What is up, YouTube? My name is Skiz. Welcome again to another episode of what we usually call our Graffiti freight train watching series. Again, today we have some tankers. This is the other side of the tanker line that I was showing that has some pieces on it, some full pieces, some really good throwies too. So I'm gonna get right into it while I explain to you guys sort of what we do in this series. This series is us taking a look at a lot of the graffiti on freight trains, tankers, all that good stuff, and just getting inspired by it a little bit, examining and analyzing a little bit some of these great tag styles like this. That is awesome. And just taking a look at what's going on in the graph community and taking a look at any kind of work on these moving art galleries is really a great way to learn what's going on in the graffiti community as a whole and see stuff that isn't necessarily in your graffiti community, but is in graffiti communities that are across the continent. And as I preach all the time, it's really, really important to not only pay attention to pieces you see on freights and tankers, but also, you know, the tag styles, the Throwie styles, because they're all related. And you can't be good at just one. Being good at a piece means that you've really developed your throwies, developed your tags. You have to work on all the elements of graph. And, you know, they all feed off of each other. And even the character work too, of course. We got Relax and Opus. Dope little sort of disco ball there. Loving the Relax tags. Awesome little character-ish type TV thing there. Hypnotizing TV. I don't know what their message is, but it's something deep. Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing these cars that are just really, really busy, full of tags. Love that little hairdo too. That's awesome. It is cold out here though. I am freezing. And there are some pieces coming up later in this line that I am excited to show you guys. And the other line of tankers on that side over there has already been in a video. Maybe I'll link that one if I can find it as well in the corner. Got a couple hollows by Break. Good to see, hollows are always good. Ooh. Gotta say, I love this color combo. Very simple TKU, but you can see that from miles away. Actually, you know what? I want to show you guys something here. With this, usually when you see that kind of bleeding effect on something like that, that's because it's actually an ink or a wax rather than a paint stick that gives off that bleed effect. Just for any of the newer writers out there. More Petco tags. I'm going through some of these sort of quickly just because we do see them on a semi-regular basis, some of these names. Muse. Wonderful cursive style. Gotta love the cursive styles. Got Famous up here. Awesome. Love that. That is a solid tag. Can't mess with that at all. It's about -3 Celsius here where I am today. So yeah, because of that, the pace of this episode might be slightly quicker than others. Love this FA. He's got more work ahead as well that you will see. Full throwies and whatnot. Dope. Looks like he was able to stand on the little bar down there to do that one. Maybe stand between two lines of tankers. That's usually how people get up there. Or maybe a buddy helped him out. Fair one. Petco again. Peabody. This car is just covered, so I'm gonna give you guys a look at some of the best tags on here. Zex are there. Dope tag. I love this. Very horizontal directional flow there. We got Lost. We got Famous again. Of course, Fair. T-shirt, Noose. Yeah. Just awesome stuff there. And of course, we gotta give Throwie a shout out. We've seen him in past episodes as well. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about a lot of these tags because, again, it's certainly easier to put a little more effort into analyzing throwies and full pieces than tags, but that isn't to say you can't learn from tags and throws, because you definitely can. Oh, we got a nice fake throwie here. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Love that E too. Part of the reason that this kind of thing is so good is because all the way through it has this knob, that knob, and you know, the last one. So it's got that consistency all the way through, sort of like an element used at the same sort of midline all the way through. It's got this point and that point, both directionally bringing the piece to the middle. Just stuff like that. It's very subtle things like that that make throwies really, really good. A lot of people say there's not a lot of difference between like throwies that look bad and look good. Like, I don't understand why I can't make good ones. And it's just like little stuff like that that isn't super obvious if you don't understand a lot of artistic concepts like direction, flow, balance, negative space management, stuff like that. And of course, all those elements that I just mentioned exist within tags as well. That's exactly why it's important to pay attention to all of these things. My own? I don't know. That's awesome though. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, nice. Man, this tanker is old. Look at this. Uh-oh, something concerning up here. Someone did not finish their little throwie. That's sad. Mac wasn't able to finish. I love that red and white color combo though. Like, red and white are two colors that are just so bright and vibrant, yet they contrast very nicely as well. The tone is different enough that you still can see what's going on there. We got some interesting stuff up here. We've seen this character done in the Markals in this episode, in past episodes as well. And we got our first little piece here. Simple and effective. More pieces up here. Yeah, I've seen this character before too. Absolutely gorgeous there. Giving you guys a good look at that one. Now this is something that, say what you will about how it's been executed, but it's actually by the same person that did a piece in one of our other episodes, which I will try and find and link as well. You can tell they haven't really taken much influence from a lot of the standard graffiti culture to make stuff like that, which is probably why they're lacking in the areas that they are, but at the same time, not taking influence from too many other graffiti artists has its benefits, but it helps you create more unique stuff that isn't biting as much off of others. Shows. More pieces up here too, more pieces. Awesome simple combat piece here. And you know what, he's thrown a dope little Snoopy character in as well, maybe. Tag teaming it with ScizGraff. there. Dope little fire hydrant guy. I like that. Manic, maybe? Brantford, Ontario. Nice. I think we've seen that before, so that's pretty much the last that I have to show for this episode. But again, one of the things we like to do here is if you see anyone you knew, leave it in the comments. We love to see our fellow graffiti writers in the community and see what they're up to as well. This has always been one of the most requested series on my channel, aside from our reviews. If you're new to the channel, take a look around at it. We do lots of graffiti freight train watching episodes, lots of reviews. I showcase some of my work as well, and maybe you want to consider subscribing. Oh, if you can't tell, I'm really struggling here. It's cold. But yeah, until my next one, peace.